A lot of you say, hey Graham, you reviewed all of these guns. Which one, gun A or gun B? And that's a really difficult thing for me to answer. I've tried in the past to do some comparisons, and there was just so much feels left in it, plus didn't have the data. So for this series, I am at Oregon's indoor shooting range in Lebanon, Oregon, and I've got AccuShoot at my disposal. Some of you saw my original exposure of AccuShoot. It's now out on the market, and it's now permanently here at this range. That's going to give us some insights that I think we otherwise couldn't get as I compare some of the most requested pairings coming up next on Starting off with the BUL drill, which is, of course, recoil control is the most important bit. How fast can you control the gun and keep a tight group?
Straight, safety on.
And now we can take a look at our hits. We can see all A zones, a time of 2:25. And our splits averaging about 0.17 with a 0.2 in there. That's pretty much normal for me.
Straight, safety on.
And we can see some drifted low. I had more of a vertical string in it. That makes sense with a lighter gun. It's going to tend to run a bit more. It also took me a little longer to get on target because I could not quite see that front sight post in this low light. Splits are the same. Next is the transition drill. 3 torsos equally spaced. 2, 2, 2, left to right, and 2, 2, 2, right to left for a total of 12 shots. This gives us an idea of swinging the gun and staying on, moving to and staying on a target before moving on to the next one.
Stand by.
All good hits, 3.33. And I do like that we can scroll through and see each shot, and since we know it's 2 per target, we can see that the 0.14 split on that first target, then it cost me 0.13 seconds, roughly, going off of that split to transition, then another 1.4 split, 2.4. Looks like I'm warming up. EC. No dot. Three, 4, 4, all A zones. And splits about the same. Does it make a big difference between the two guns? Up to you. Next drill is a bit of a game, Bubbles Plus. There is some randomization in it, so it's not a total apples to apples. However, it's one of the few places or opportunities you get to shoot moving targets that have also intermixed shoots and no shoots. I'll be trying to avoid hitting the blues while hitting the whites 3 times, after which they will split and get faster. So it's fun.
Finger straight, safety on.
25 rounds, 25 hits. We can see my general hits and approximate time between shots. Well, exact time between shots. Irons. Trouble finding.
Finger straight. Safety on.
22 rounds, 21 hits. So what do we see from that data? What did you guys see as a difference between the two? For me, it felt like the TAC was definitely easier to accomplish these skills. The gun settled better in hand. Though I did not struggle with the EDC, I must also declare that the EDC and its predecessor are guns that I've carried and spent a lot of time with and a lot of training with. So maybe the transitions wasn't that bad for me because I'd done it before with a very similar gun, if not that exact gun. The dot also provided an advantage, that's for sure. Especially in that moving, overlapping bubbles plus target. I was certainly slower with the EDC than I was with the TAC, and it felt much easier to stay on target with the TAC, both because of the dot and because of the way the steel helped settle the gun. What are your questions about this? What are your thoughts about this? And has this helped you figure out which model might be more appropriate for you? Back to that disclaimer, the reason why I've got so much time with the EDC variant is because it's my winter carry gun, not the TAC. Even though I run better with the TAC, we know that 99%, ideally 100% of our carry time is not spent shooting. So for me, shedding a couple ounces and having a little more comfort in carry is worth it on a gun that I can still do pretty good with. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks.
Thank you to our Patreon supporters. GB Guns and I do 2 level. Derek S. Jr., Joseph T. Al G. Peter A. Tom Sky King. Brian P. Rich. Moises S. Fastetti. Tolo 215 Marvin T. David F. Donald H. Jenna I. Greg K. Thanks for the tip level. ERB to Christopher J. David P. Andrew B. Gordley H. J.S. Foreign N. Right Funds Michael W. David G. Robert B. Ohio Cruffler Briscoe County Red Sky Waha Edward C. Allen B. Fierce 7 East Tattoo Johnny Uncle Munzie Mrs. Doodle Punk Mount Stewart E. Justin H. Summer G. Keeping things honest